I just wanted to express a perception. I'm always groping, if we talk about exploring a new paradigm of knowledge. For me, it's always, how does it reflect in our way of gathering? How are we bringing this potential which is here in the room together? We are already introducing, we have interactive session in the afternoon, we have this creativity aspect with music, but we know only so far who is here from the people who are presenting. We would like to do after lunch when we're gathering, at 2 o'clock, give a possibility, maybe even arrange in a circle that we know who is coming together for this beautiful convergence. We've been attempting this work of exploring the integral paradigm since 7-8 years, and I think actually this year is a very special gathering, and it would be interesting that we recognize and honor who is in the room and what are people bringing in, what are the different aspects towards that integrality which we are achieving. So we continue with Vladimir and Matthias on exploring mind more. Please be here after lunch in time at 2 o'clock that we can see really what are the elements at this moment in time and space which are brought together towards the possibility of this beautiful global integration. Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon. Oh, afternoon. Tea was the lunchtime. I'm ahead of time. Today is I wanted to introduce to you the vision of Aitareya because it is the only Upanishad which in its last chapter describes the necessity of the mind and objective viewing of oneself. So the whole manifestation, the whole creation is described in details. So the first chapter is with 3 parts, is considered to be the most sacred. And Shankaracharya says that the first 3 parts are dedicated to those initiated only, and nobody can understand this part. We already went through Aitareya in IPI, not once, and some of you most probably know this Upanishad quite well, but still, the conclusive chapter I would like to look into. So I would just go through the text once, and very fast for you to see how it develops. It's a little longish text, so I will be skipping parts here and there because I have limited time. So Aitareya Upanishad, few words about this Upanishad. It belongs to the Rigvediya Shakha, yes, the part of commentaries on the Rig Veda, by Mahidasa Aitareya, great rishi, who composed Aitareya Brahmana, Aranyaka and Upanishad. It's a block of knowledge, very big. There are several books of it. Yeah. And what is interesting about this rishi is that he took his name from his mother, Itara. Not from his father, though his mother was Itara, or outcast. And everybody was kind of mocking him and telling him that he is not deserving this higher knowledge. So most probably in that rebellious spirit, he took the name of his mother and he calls himself Aitareya. And the whole tradition now is called Aitareya after his mother, who was outcast. This is something to think of, what kind of people we had in the past. So he starts with this beautiful invocation. Vang me manasi pratisthita mano me vachi pratishtitam aviravirmaedhi vedasyama anisthaha shrutam me ma prahasihi anena dhitena horatran samdadhami Ritam vadishyami, satyam vadishyami, tanmam avatu, tadvaktaram avatu, avatu mam, avatu vaktaram, avatu vaktaram. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. My speech, Vang me, manasi pratisthita, is established in my mind. Mano me vachi pratishtitam, my mind is established in my speech. Be revealed to me, be revealed to me, twice. Be open to me, O speech, be open to me, O mind. Vedasya ma'ani sthaha. You are two foundations of the Veda. There are two foundations, mind and speech, the word and thought. Shrutam me ma prahasihi. That which was revealed to me, don't leave me. He speaks in the second person. The revealed, don't leave me. By that, anena, adhitena, learned, ahoratran samdadhami, I collect days and nights. I put them like pearls on the string. Days and nights, day, night. By that learned. Ritam vadishyami, I shall speak the truth. Satyam vadishyami, I shall speak the truth. There is dynamic and static truth. Dynamic truth is what becomes. I shall speak the true of that what becomes, and the true of that which is. Satyam, static. Speak also, when Rishi says I shall speak, it means I shall express the truth through my consciousness. I shall express it fully within myself. I will sound it. This is a good word. I will vibrate it. I shall not speak with the mind or something. I will embody it in my life. It will live in me. The dynamic truth and static truth. Tan mam avatu. May that protect me. Avatu can be translated protect or increase me or grow within me. May that grow within me, and by growth within me protect me. Tadvaktaram avatu. May that protect the speaker. Avatu mam, protect me. Avatu vaktaram, protect the speaker. Avatu vaktaram, protect the speaker. Protect the one who is expressing that truth. Me, who is expressing that higher truth. A profound vision in a way. It's only an introduction, it's only a Shantipatha, just to pacify the mind. What is next is even more radical. So, it starts with the vision. Atmava idam eka evagra asit. Atman was at the beginning alone. There was only self. There was nothing but self. It's a good definition, yeah? Self. Who? Self. What self? Itself, self. So there is no way out of it to explain how it is. There is no objectivization. There is no projection of the self. It is in itself the being. Nanyat kinchana mishat. There was nothing moving around. Saikshata. And he thought. Or not thought. He willed, or not willed. He saw, not saw. I don't know what he did. Ikshata. Root iksh is to see, to will, to intended. Oh, good. Good suggestion. He intended. Lokannu srajai iti. May I create the worlds. Saiman lokana srajata ambho marichir maramapodum bhav parena divam diav pratishta antariksha maricha prithivi maroya dhastata. And he created these worlds, and these are the worlds what he created. He created the upper superconscient ocean, the lower, the inconscient ocean, and the space in between, and the foundation in between, which are called marichi, the particles of ether, ether itself, which is splitting the upper and lower ocean, and maram, death. So marichi became antariksha, that which splits heaven and earth, and maram became earth, or material foundation. Saikshata, imenu lokaha, he thought, or willed, or intended, or saw that these are the worlds. Lokapalan nusrajayiti, may I create the protectors, or not even protectors of these worlds, but dwellers within the worlds. Those who feel the worlds, who will be there, living within. Pala from root pa, to protect, but protecting by filling. Pa is also to drink. To drink, that to fill yourself with some presence or some substance, to be full of it, and that means to be protected. Yeah? It's an interesting way of thinking how you can be protected, because there are many different roots meaning to protect. For example, another root, raksh, is to scare away, yeah? But also protecting, not to allow to come close. But this one, to protect, is to fill in. Yeah? Another root to protect is avato, is to grow from within. Growing from within, one protection, filling in another protection, scaring away another protection. All these roots mean protection, but in a different way. So may I create those who will be filled in into these worlds and live there, dwellers. Sodbhyaiva purusham samudritya morchayat. And he took from the lower inconscient waters, pulled out this purusha. Some purusha. Man. Samudritya murchet, and he made a form out of it, or formed it, or manifested it, or shaped it. Tamabhyatapattasya bhitaptasya mukham nirabhidyata yathandam. And he concentrated on him his consciousness. And, or heated him up with his concentration. And he heated up, broke forth. His mouth broke forth. And from his mouth, as it is described, as egg breaks. In the same way his mouth broke forth, as egg cracks. And from his mouth speech came into being. And from his speech fire was born. Mukhadvak vachognihi. Tasyanasike nirabhidyetam. His nostrils broke forth. From nostrils prana, from prana vayu. His eyes broke forth. From his eyes akshini nirabhidyetam. Akshibhyam chakshuhu. Chakshusha aditya. From his eyes vision came into being, and from his vision sun was born, the light. Karnau nirabhidyetam, his ears broke forth. Karnabhyam shrotram, shrotradishaha. His ears broke forth, from ears hearing, and from hearing directions. Directions from hearing. Somebody was wondering what directions are about. This is about hearing. space was born. Directions are space. But look how beautiful it is. It is not that space was there and that's why we're here. No, the space is there because we can hear. The light is there because we can see. Otherwise, why should light come into existence if nobody can see anything? Or why should space be born if there is no hearing implied? So all this manifestation of the world came as a result of the need of consciousness to see, to hear, to manifest, to express. Lomani nirabhidyata. Tvang nirabhidyata. His skin broke forth. From the skin, tvacho lomani lomabhya oshadhi vanaspatayah. And his skin broke forth. From the skin, the hair came into existence. It's like a little extra, a little far away from his body, so to say. And from there, all these Oshadhi vanaspatayah were born, all the greeneries. It's like greenery on earth is something extra, something delightful. Skin has some delight in it when we touch, you know. Some people feel that touch can give you the delight. Hridayam nirabhidyata, his heart broke forth. Hridayam mano manasaschandrama, from the heart mind was born. Mind was born from the heart. Manasa Chandrama, and from the mind the moon was born. Soma. Nabhir nirabhidyata, his navel broke forth. Nabhya apana, and from the navel the breathing out. Apana mrityuhu, and from the apana breathing out death was born. And this would be a very important discovery later, what death is doing to us. Tasya Shishnam nirabhidyata, his procreatory organ broke forth. Shishnat retach, and from Shishna, the retas, the fluid, the stream, the seed was born. Retasa apach, and from the seed, the lower waters came into existence, from which he was taken. This is a knowledge for initiated. We do not see the whole picture, we just feel it. Yeah? There's much to discover. Now, when these old devatas were born, and they are called devatas, these are the gods. Sri Aurobindo says that the gods are the faculties of consciousness. Just think about it. There are no gods which are beings there, but these are the faculties of consciousness, of universal consciousness. Taeta devataha srishtaha asmin mahatyarnave prapatam. And when they were born, they all fell or jumped or plunged into the depth of the inconscient ocean. So all these devatas came out of the universal Purusha and fell down deep into the inconscient. Tam ashana pipasa bhyam anvavarjat, and they were tormented there by hunger and thirst. So in the inconscient ocean there is hunger and thirst. What does it mean, hunger and thirst? Absence of fullness, absence of enjoyment, absence of consciousness and being fully realized. Hunger and thirst. Hunger for what? Thirst for what? For consciousness and being was there. Kind of interesting, yeah? Tormented by them. Tayenam abruvan, and they spoke to Atman. Ayatanam naf prajanihi, create for us a dwelling place where we can be. This is not our place. Yasmin pratisthita annam adameti, in which dwelling we can partake of food, of enjoyment. We enjoyed being in Purusha. Now we have nobody to be with or within and enjoy nothing but this hunger and thirst. This was a question for amoeba. Is there all those faculties of course? Yes, there is so much hunger and thirst in amoeba, most probably more than in human beings. How to enjoy, how to get into life. Tabhyogam anayata bruvan navainoya malamiti. And he brought to them a cow, and they said, it is not enough for us. Tabhyoshvam anayata bruvan navainoya malamiti. He brought them a horse, they said, it is not enough for us. Tabhyav purusham anayata bruvan sukritam bateti. And he brought them Purusha, and they said, oh, it's well made, well made. Sukritam, bata. Bata is an exclamation, oh, alas, it's well made. Finally, we found the place. Purushovava sukritam, because Purusha is indeed well made. Tayenam abruvan ayatanam yathayatanam pravishateti. And he told them, enter him as your dwelling place. Agnir vag bhutva mukham pravishat. And fire became word and entered his mouth. Vayu prano bhutva nasike pravishat. And Vayu became prana, the breath of life, and entered his nostrils. Aditya chakshur bhutva akshini pravishat. And Aditya became the sight. The light became the sight and entered his eyes. Disho shrotram bhutva. Dishaha shrotram bhutva karnau pravishat. And the space became hearing and entered his ears. Oshadhi vanaspatayo lomani bhutva tvacham pravishan. And the greenery became his hair and entered his skin. Chandrama mano bhutva dhridayam pravishan. And the moon became mind and entered his heart. Apano mrityu, hridayam pravishan. Mrityurapano bhutva nabhim pravishat. And death became apana and entered his navel. Aporeto bhutva shishnam pravishan. And the lower waters became the seed and entered his procreatory organ. Now we have a formation of individual Purusha. They, the universal devatas of the universal Purusha, found the place in the individual formation. Now look at us. We are all individuals and we share these universal faculties. All of us. We have sight, hearing, word, mind, apana. All of us have the same universal faculties and we think it's we are. No, it's not we. That is the universal Purusha in us, in the form of consciousness. There is one more part of this, very interesting, conclusive one. Tam ashana pipase abrotam. And the hunger and thirst also spoke to him. Avabhyam abhiprajanihiti. And for us also you create a place. Why do you leave us behind? We also want to join the party. Te abravid. And he told them, Eta sveva vam devatasu abhajam yetasu bhaginyau karomiti. It is in these I make you the shareholders, or those who will partake of their delight. In these devatas. Tasmad yasyai kasyai cha devatayai haver grihyate. Therefore to whoever Godhead you make an offering, Bhaginyau evasyam ashanapi pase bhavatach. In that offering, the partakers or shareholders also hunger and thirst. It's a profound vision. By the way, if you think for a second what it means in terms of our life here, it is exactly that unique vision of where ahankara is coming from. Ahankara is nothing but that twist within the devatas towards self-satisfaction. Because these hunger and thirst joined the party, now the sight, the hearing, the speaking, they will be seeking their own self-satisfaction. They didn't know that before. They were coming from the universal Purusha. They never did this before. They don't know what is selfishness. But from now on, they would know it. They will have to fulfill hunger and thirst of the inconscient. They will have to change the inconscient. And this is the catch, the sacrifice, the transformation we all came to do here with the consciousness of the higher Purusha. Make sense? Saikshata imenu lokaha lokapalascha annam elhyasrijayiti. And he saw, these are the worlds, these are the dwellers in the worlds. May I create for them the food, the enjoyment. Sopo abhyatapattabhyo bhitaptabhyo murtirajayata. And he concentrated his consciousness heat on the lower waters. And from there murti came into being. And murti, as you know, it is an embodiment. Yavai samurti rajayatam nam vaitat. What was murti born, that is indeed the matter. Matter becomes the embodiment. Animated matter. Matter which can embody the spirit. Tadena tas srishtam parangatya jighansata dvacha jighrikshatam nashakno dvacha grahitum. Sayadhaina dvacha grahashyata behivyahrityaha namatrapsyat. And he tried to catch it. He tried to escape, and he tried to catch it with his speech faculty. And he couldn't catch it with his speech, because if he could catch it with his speech, then he would enjoy the food by speaking about it. It's a simple logic. With speech he couldn't enjoy the food. Some people try to do it, of course. Halwa, halwa. Where is sweetness? There is no sweetness. You can say many times halwa, you would not feel sweetness. Tat pranena jighrikshat. So he tried to catch it by prana and couldn't catch it by prana, because if you catch it by breathing in, then by breathing in he would already be satisfied with food. He couldn't catch it by eye, because by seeing it's not enough to catch it. Couldn't by hearing, he couldn't catch it by touch. If you jump into the cake, I always joke, you will not be happy with it. Oh well, certainly, some way. He tried to catch it by mind, couldn't. And then by procreatory organ, couldn't. And then he tried to catch it by apana, and he got it. And you remember apana comes from nabhi, and from apana comes death. It is only by death that he could catch the embodiment. Now there are conditions. When he comes to this embodied state, the death is the way to embody the spirit. Because there is, and as Mother beautifully describes, there is a difference between the spiritual flexibility and the material flexibility. Material is always lagging behind. It is not speedy enough. It is not flexible enough as the spirit. So the spirit cannot sustain itself without leaving. It has to come and leave, and all the time it makes this move. And that is the perpetual way of changing the matter until it can stay. It comes to the state where there is no need to leave. But for now, it is the only way to catch the embodiment. Is it clear? or it's some higher philosophy. No, it's quite down to earth. Okay. Then, now there is the whole section which is very beautiful. Saikshata katham vidamadretes yadite. How come that what I created can live without me? Saikshata katarena prapadyaite. By what way I should come into it? Saikshata yadi vacha abhivyaharitam. If it is spoken by speech, yadi pranena abhipranitam. If it is breathed by breath, yadi chakshusha drishtam, if it is seen by the sight, yadi shrotrena shrutam, if it is heard by hearing, yadi tvacha sprishtam, if it is touched by the skin, yadi manasad dhyatam, if it is thought by the mind, yadyapanena bihapanitam, if it is breathed out by breathing out, yadi shishnana visrishtam, if it is procreated by procreatory organ, adhakohamiti, then who am I? It's not clear. It does. It lives. And where am I in all that? Already in that first stage of creation there was this question, who am I? There was already some bewilderment. You see, the stages of creation veiled him away from his self-awareness to the extent that he had to really question that, who is he actually in all this machinery of nature? Sa etam eva simanam vidarya, and he broke the sima, the border here over the head. Vidarya opened up. Taya dvara prapadyata, and he descended through that gate. Saisha vidrirti nama dvastadeta mandanam. That is the door, the portal, which is called also bliss. Tasya traya avasatha. These are his three dwellings. Traya svapnaha, and three dreams. Ayam avasatho, yam avasatho, yam avasatha iti. This is the dwelling, this is the dwelling, and this is the dwelling. It shows that the Rishi speaks directly to the teacher and to their student. Sajato bhutan yabhivyakyat kimihanyam vavadishatiti. And he spoke to all of these beings. What else you want me to express? What else you want to know? Is there something else left to know?
So I lost the thread, I think. He expressed that he could enter only through death, and then later enter from here, from these two stories to me.
Enter through that.
Shouldn't that be? Now, what is the first and the second? How did they enter?
To catch the embodiment, death is needed for the spirit. But the Atman, who is there staying and doing all that beyond, transcendental, did not join yet, did not come in.
In what sense did he get it?
Huh?
By entering through the mouth?
Yeah, he entered through the top.
But first he enters here, in the stomach.
No, he didn't enter through the stomach.
He catches it, but what is that?
Yeah, the Apana caught it. The Apana, which was the projection of the universal Purusha. But Atman, who created the universal Purusha, is staying behind the self. It's kind of double creation, so to say. Purusha and Atman, the difference between Purusha and Atman.
Is that where duality comes from?
Possibly. I didn't think of duality yet. So, this is a mythological picture, so you don't need to we don't need to think much with the mind. We have to see the vision of the Rishi, yeah? And it may be helpful for us. Is it helpful, or it's I'm kind of going far away from what is expected? Some people are very mental and don't like this kind of. All right, I'm finishing. I want to come to the mind, and it is time. So once he entered, I skipped the whole section of the birth of the child, how the child is born, how Purusha is brought in. It's a very interesting section, but for the lack of time, I will have to skip it. We skip, the birth in the real world. And here we come. The last section. Yad etat hriday. No, I will start with this. Koyam atmeti vayam upasmahe. What is this self, what we really worship here? Katarachsa atma. What of two is the self? This is the question. Maybe duality is born from here. What of two is the one? Yenava pashyati, by which one sees. Yenava shrinoti, by which one hears. Either hears or sees. Yenava gandhan jigrati, or by which one smells. Yenava svaducha svaducha vijanati, or the one by which we recognize what is sweet and not sweet. Taste. Yat etad hridayam. What is this heart? Manaschaitat. That is the mind. And then there is a list of things. Samjnanam, ajnanam, vijnanam, prajnanam, medha, dhritir, dhrishti, dhritir, matir, manisha, jutik, smritik, sankalpa, kraturasya, kama, vasha, iti sarvan yevaitani prajnanasya namadheyani bhavanti. And this is very interesting. Now, there is what is in the heart, that is mind, and that is samjnana, ajnana, vijnana, prajnana, medha. Medha is the essential knowledge, wisdom, drishti, vision, dhriti, holding, concentration, matih, opinion, thought, manisha, can be translated as wisdom or search for knowledge, mental embodiment, jutih, speed, smritih, memory, sankalpah, intention, krato, will, aso, life force, kama, desire, vasha, mastery. I will give you all the list here, and it will be visible. Here is the list. And all of these, as Rishi says, are the embodiment, the names of one faculty of consciousness, which is prajnana. And prajnana is exactly that objectivized vision of things. It's for the sake of this objective perception of things that all these activities of mind were taken into the action. Let me come to the text. Esha Brahman, and this is Brahman. Esha Indra, and this is Indra. Prajapati, and this is the creator. Ete sarve devaha, and all these gods. Imani cha pancha mahabhutani, and all these five great elements. This is prajnana, names of prajnana alone. The consciousness which objectivize the being. You remember what Mother says about this? That all this creation was done for one reason. He wanted to objectivize himself. He wanted to see himself objectively. And this is the device. All these faculties of consciousness are only for one reason, to see himself. He wanted to interact with himself objectively. Somewhere beautifully Mother describes that somebody asked her a question, why did he need to do that? Because he had already in himself that supreme identity, bliss. Why? What for? And she says that he didn't have that ananda of unity. He had only ananda of identity. And the ananda of unity comes through this manifestation. And she says it gives additional ananda. She even calls this additional ananda to him. So he will have more ananda. So the multiplicity is necessary only for one reason, that everybody, every individual becomes the Supreme and multiplies the Supreme Ananda. Can you imagine many Supremes having fullness of Ananda? How much more Ananda we can have than one Supreme having one Ananda? It's a provocative question, of course. Many would object immediately to it, but still, just think for a second. Why not? He has all the freedom and all the power to manifest anything he wants. Why not? If his bliss is infinite, if his consciousness is infinite, why not to multiply it in action? Why not?
For the sake of
Bliss. For the
he
sake.
already had bliss.
And he wanted more bliss.
More bliss. He wasn't satisfied.
He was, but he wanted more, to be more satisfied.
I was satisfied when he wanted more.
Yes.
He was lonely.
He was lonely, beautiful. Right.
Is this what we call learning? Is this what we call the Krishna Lila?
I actually,
We wanted to play.
yeah, correct. This is how it is explained through the Advaitic thinking. But I think this is not totally it, because Krishna Lila means that he will play with the toys, yeah, one being, and then he drops them and be a toys then. But here there is something more. You become him. Huh? You are no more a toy. Something more.
Then he takes care of you for the time.
Yeah, then you are Krishna, and everyone is Krishna here, playing with everything, with himself. Something more than just Leela playing with the toys.
It's also the joy of learning, not to expanding the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience, and what we are doing here.
Yes. And just look at this, what mind is doing, why mind is necessary. Mind is necessary to objectivize himself. He will be seeing himself now, from now on, with the help of the mind. So it's a tool. It's not a thing in itself. All right, thank you very much. Here I will stop. I will close with mantra and invite Matthias. Om Vang me manasi pratisthita mano me vachi pratishthitam aviravirmaedhi Vedasyama ani sthaha shrutam me ma prahasihi anena dhitena horatran samdadhami ritam vadishyami satyam vadishyami tanmam avatu tadvaktaram avatu avatu mam avatu vaktaram Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti